Hi guys, hope you are doing well. This is Shahadat. I'm going to talk to you about one issue that I felt really disturbed recently about, and this message that I'm trying to share with you guys, it is relevant to everybody, but it is relevant more to the ones who think themselves as intelligent. Because of the wide availability of the internet, the World Wide Web, we, people like you, me, we can reach the whole world pretty quickly, pretty easily. You have a internet connection, and say for example the live session that I'm just doing now, it would be totally impossible unless there was this internet technology available. So because this technology is available to all sorts of people, people who are intelligent, people who are not that intelligent, people who have good intentions, and people who have not so good intention, and in some cases even people who are criminals, they have access to this technology. And so you have to be very careful about saying anything, about sharing anything when you share anything in this widely available media, which has got reach pretty much from the remotest corner of the world. Okay, so the specific thing I'm going to talk about is the trend that I've seen recently, where people just share their content. Content means, say for example, in WhatsApp, you receive a text from somebody saying something, and without verifying if that's a true fact, whether that's true or that's totally a lie, what you do is you just go and share it with your friends, and later, if you get to know, I mean, obviously it's as we say, better late than never. If you get to know, then you can probably do something to rectify the problem. But in most cases, because of the internet's wide availability, it becomes out of hand very quickly. So you send a message to 5 of your friends, believing that to be true without verifying, which is quite not intelligent, I think. And then those 5, 3 of them, they believed you again, because the message went from you. They just believed it, and they sent it to their contacts, and it kept on happening like that. And in a few hours, previously when the internet was not here, it would be a few months, few years before you spread lie like that. But now, in a few hours, in a matter of few hours, you can share something that is not true around the globe, and make it widely available, widely looked at by everybody else. So if because of this sharing something goes wrong, if because of this sharing of your information somebody gets treated badly, somebody gets abused, then the liability comes back to you. The liability falls on you. That it's your sharing without checking. You just shared something, and you will probably be saying the same thing. Well, one of my friends sent it to me, and I believe him. Well, the thing is, now, once you have shared something, it is, if you didn't do that, then the impact that happened wouldn't have happened. So you cannot just say that somebody sent to me who is trustworthy, and that's why I'll forward whatever he sends to me. What if that person who sent it to you is deceived himself? So you just want to join a group where people just believe blindly without verifying the facts. That's not very intelligent, is it? So what I would request you all to do is please, please, please verify every single information that you receive before you share it, and especially those ones. I mean, I've seen lots of messages that appeal to people because of different kind of reasons, and there are these photos usually come, or these messages usually come with a tag that says, please share it with your friends if you care about it. And in most cases, those informations are intended for a purpose, and it is intended to either cause some havoc. That means, so for example, in WhatsApp, you suddenly send a message, and that message, whether it's even if it's wrong or false, that is very attractive message for somebody to read and then feel emotional about. So you intentionally compose a message which lots of criminals, lots of people with not good intentions, they do that. People with business in their mind, people who do not care about people, other people, only care about making money. So the money obviously has to come from some other people. They are not making a machine to print money. So to them is just another, every single person is another source of their money, another machine that will give them some money. So they don't care if this particular message that they're composing, that they're sharing, is going to sorry, going to have any negative impact on any human being's life. So you have to be very careful about spreading these kind of messages. Yeah, going back to the messages that I was talking about, I've seen lots of messages about religion, whether it's you are Christian, Muslim, Hindu, Buddhist, Jain, or whatever religion you believe in. There will always be some people who will come up with some interesting messages trying to prove to you that God has somehow communicated with them and told them about something. Recently, I'm being Muslim, I've seen lots of such messages, and in every single case I actually deleted the messages as soon as I received, and in a few cases I actually went back to the person who sent that message to me and asked him, where did you get this information from? One recent such message that I can think of is, you know, in Myanmar, the previous Burma, the Rohingya people, one part of the country, people living in that part who are called the Rohingyas, the Burmese or the Myanmar government is actually driving them, oppressing them to a stage where they are fleeing their birthplace because of fear of their lives. So, and lots of tortures are happening, and those people mostly are Muslims. And so people who are Muslims like myself, we feel, obviously you feel sorry for them as just a human being. That's a very normal response. But then, being Muslim, we feel even closer to them, and we feel that they are going through this pain, going through this oppression, which we get emotionally affected a bit more. Now, sorry to use this word, but some idiot Muslim somewhere in the world suddenly came up with this concept. He realized that Muslims are going to be affected by this this thing that is taking place, which is despicable, which is not a good thing at all. So what they did is they put a photograph of a Buddhist monk somewhere in Thailand or somewhere in if you Google the word what is the word monk with blisters. Now the unfortunate thing that the unfortunate disease that this gentleman has is he has got blisters all over his body, all over his body. So and because the some of the Buddhist monks or a sector of the Buddhist monk community has started this or is working with the government to actually drive the Rohingyas away from their homes and setting their houses on fire and setting villages in fire and killing people. So what happened is they suddenly pick up this photo, and in underneath they put a caption saying that this is what has happened to the tyrant Buddhist monk who was helping the government to drive all the Rohingyas out from their homeland. And I found overwhelmingly large number of people, Muslim people, population, they shared this message. And as soon as I looked at the photo, I did Google that particular thing. I didn't know what the name of this guy, so I just typed the word monk with blisters. And immediately there are photos of him and some other people who have got all these unfortunate disease, unfortunate rare disease. Like there was this other gentleman in Thailand and one in Bangladesh as well, who had the some kind of tree syndrome, where the hands, both of the hands of this gentleman has turned into the structures of a tree. So instead of having 5 fingers, he has got a kind of like a bush here, and obviously he cannot use his hands anymore. It's a unbelievably bad kind of a disease, very unfortunate one, and because it's rare, there is no real medicine to fight against this disease. So somebody thought that it would be a good idea to take a photograph of a totally innocent Buddhist monk who is already going through some disease, and put that photo in the social media saying that this is the result of driving Muslims out, which I thought was absolutely crazy. I mean, sorry, the message read as if the person has actually spoken to God, and God has actually told him, this is exactly what I've done, which doesn't happen, which will not happen to people like us. So, and there are loads of examples in all different religions where you guys will be able to relate to that. You have come across such messages, and sometimes just believing in them, sometimes believing that it's a moral duty to spread this message, you have spread a lie. And that for intelligent people who stop and think before taking actions and verify messages, they obviously didn't forward. But unfortunately, there are way too many people who do not think. There are way too many people who just get things and forward things just because they have received it, and they feel I guess it's the excitement of being able to spread messages all across the globe, because it is so easy now. You've got a mobile phone, smartphone, or an iPad, iPhone, or any kind of device, laptop, computer, that you can connect with the internet, and that's it. You start talking and you start sharing things. And I think it's really sad. It's really sad because sometimes these things can cause quite a bit of damage. These kind of messages obviously promote hatred. There are lots and lots of Buddhist monks who are totally innocent of the crimes that are taking place in Myanmar, or and they shouldn't be looked at by us, others who are not affected. They shouldn't be looked at as if they are the criminals. The criminal is the person who is committing the crime. Once again, I repeat, criminal is the person who is committing the crime. It's not somebody who just looks like him. If there are two identical twins, one commits a crime, doesn't mean the other twin, the other brother, other twin is responsible for the crime only because he looks like him. So but we, after getting these sort of messages, we start treating people in that sort of a way, which is a shame, which is really, really unfortunate. So I would request you all to think twice before you spread any message on the social media or in any media where you can reach millions or billions of people. Think before you share, verify that what you're sharing is true, and then share it, or just don't share it. Just don't share it. I mean, if you cannot verify it, don't share it, because that will at least stop the bad effect from spreading. Yeah, some may argue that, well, if the message is actually a good one, then it's worth sharing. I understand, I accept, but the problem is if you share something that is not verifiable, and it can have a negative effect, and that it's far better to avoid the negative effect than to promote a positive message or positive information just for the you know what I mean. I mean, I cannot really put words to explain what I've got in my mind. It's just the risk I don't want to take. I don't think that's a risk worth taking. So please take special care before you do or share anything on Facebook or WhatsApp or all these mediums, and verify. And if you cannot verify, don't share it. Don't share it. That will probably save the world some pain, and that will probably save you from some regrets afterwards. Hope to speak to you soon. Have a great day. The day was a sunny day a few minutes ago. Now it looks a little cloudy. Probably it's going to rain a bit later. We live in the UK, and this country has this interesting weather pattern. 5 minutes you see it's raining, 5 minutes you see suddenly the sun is shining, like there is no rain in the or cloud in the sky at all. It's a blue sky. It's amazing country. So I'll see you soon again. Look after yourself and take care. Bye bye.